Morning guys, so I've left you in suspense for 2 days regarding this bloody bath. The only reason you haven't seen it is purely because the client's using the room where the bath is as an office, and every time I've come down to do something, to take a measurement or something, she's been in a meeting, so I was a bit, didn't really want to be trying to do a video while she's in a conference call. But here it is, this is the bath. As you can see, it's all fiberglass, it's all pre-finished. It looks like a freestanding bath, but obviously we've got all this to contend with, which are braces to hold it and support it, so adjusting the feet's going to be tricky. So I'm thinking what we're going to end up doing is, when the floor and all the tiling is done, we're going to put a bit of timber on the floor so we can get the feet flat and level and get it sitting right, and then we're going to have to do a flexi waist. I've got the shallow trap, which is what I want to just test fit to make sure it's going to sit in. I think it will, but I preferably don't want to cut a hole in the floor or in the tile just for this, and I can get a shallower one if I need to. So I'm just going to try and fit this, bear with me. And sod's law, it is just proud. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Just proud, probably by about 10-12 mil. So I might get away with just not tiling that corner and then adjusting the feet accordingly, or I'm going to have to look at getting an even shallower trap, which I don't like the ones that are shallower than this. I'm not a fan of, but I reckon I can get it just by leaving a section of tile out. That should give me enough, and plus by the time I've levelled this, it may not sit on the floor completely flat, but a silicone bead around it will be fine. The back is obviously all completely open, but that's no good to me. I'll just lay it down, and basically that's how it goes. So it goes against the wall there, against the wall there, and then it gives that look of a freestanding bath. I've not seen one of these before. It all comes pre-plumbed with the waste overflows all built in. Obviously, we'll read the instructions just to see what it says about installing it. But there you go guys, there's your bath, the one I've been telling you about. So today the plasterer's here, he's just getting set up. He's not one for being on film, but so we've got a little bit of time between this and another job I've got to do, another gas hob change for an induction, and I've got to meet my plumber there. So if I can, I'll get a bit of video on that, unlikely. And then we've got some slatted shelves and an airing cupboard. And the plan is to get back here to change, fit a new concealed cistern in that downstairs toilet where we had an issue yesterday. The cistern was knackered, so I've ordered and bought a new one, a bit smaller, and we're going to pull the toilet out and fit that properly. And hopefully, I've got time this morning, we're just getting the ladder set up. I'm going to have a look at the that soil stack and see if we can get rid of that gone. But yeah, stay tuned. God damn, I'm definitely getting too old for all this climbing ladders. But anyway, ladders in place, standoffs on. So it's quite easy, this job. Standoff makes it a lot easier. So Ricky's going to foot the ladder for me, and then I'm going to go up. And here we go, I'm up here. So I've already popped out these two tiles. So they literally just lift off the back batten. They see the batten, they hook on that batten, and they've got those little lips. So they will hook on that batten. So basically I've only got to replace two, because the ones in front, I think, I know, shit, I need 4 total. I might have to get another one and come back and put another one in, but we can get 3 change for now. May not need 4, I reckon we will. That's what you get for not paying attention. But we'll get the 3 change for now, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I've got 2 tiles up here so far. All I've got to do now is just pull that out, like so. That's that there, shouldn't fall down. We've got to do a little patch there, pop these 2 tiles out. Nice and easy. Put that up there. Not sure about that one yet. We shall see. Anyway, so we might have to put a new bit of batten across there as well to get the fit in, but let's have a go. Okay, so I've just put something over the hole it's not gonna, this stuff is ancient, you can put your finger through it, so it doesn't have to be breathable. This is just to prevent debris falling in and condensation and what have you. So we've got 3 in, and I reckon we'll be all right with this one, but we'll see. I've got to take that one down, take the flue down, and hopefully put the last one in, and then that's the roof patched up. So we actually had a minor result, because Ricky, when he was cleaning the garage yesterday, getting rid of some of the client's rubbish, he spotted a couple of spare tiles. So we now got enough to patch the whole roof, and now you've got to come back. Happy days. So let's get these last 2 in. Do this one first. Actually, I might try and do that one first, because it's the hardest. Basically, you've got to get them up, and you've got to push it up and over that so it lips on. And then this one does the same. And there we go. Roof's all patched in. This isn't a perfect match, this tile. These ones fit better. So that must have been another spare one they accumulated from somewhere else. But yeah, that's the roof patched up. Now we can get out of here. There you go, guys. No soil stack. All gone. You can just make out the replacement tiles sort of there-ish. But yeah, all good. So that's that job done. It took me less than half an hour to do that. It took longer to put the new ladder together. I've got 3 ladders. One's only 2.4 and not high enough to get up there. The other one's a bloody 4 metre, which I can't get in my van. So we invested in a little 2.4 triple, which gets me up there with some spare, so that's fine. So that's my new go-to ladder now. But yeah, happy days. So when I just got to come back, get the cistern fitted this afternoon, and sorted. Cracking on. Jobs are moving. That's what we like to see. See you in a bit. Okay, so next job, gas hob replacement. We're putting in an induction hob. I've done a couple of these. It's like a little retirement village. That's what's coming out. It looks big, but believe it or not, that's the size of the opening. We've double checked all this. It's the same one I fitted in 3 other places here already. These ones come pre-prepared because they already have a connection point there that's on a 32 amp fuse, and obviously that's just the ignition for the gas hob. So I'm going to isolate it there and disconnect it up the top there, and then my gas engineer will come out and he'll do a proper cap on that, and he'll do a gas test to make sure it's safe, and then we'll get this swapped over. So I've had to empty this out and cut that little square out. Like I say, I've done a few of these, so I know my way around already. But yeah, pretty straightforward job. Okay, so we've unbolted it from there. We've removed the 4 clips that hold it in place. We've unplugged it, so now the gas hob should just lift out. Okay, gas hob is out. I've given it a clean, because obviously there was a lot of old debris around. We've still got a clean in there. Now what I've got to do is fit some 6mm cable to the hob, drop her in, run the wire around and connect her up. Okay, so we're all nicely wired now with our Torx and sleeved up. I'll put our little clamp on with our fixing screw, get that screwed up, and then that's this end ready to go in. You'll notice there's a little brass or copper connection there. On some hobs you'll get 3 of those and you'll link numerous terminals together. This has only got a 2-way link. On some hobs it has 4, say you link 3 together like that, and then the 4th comes automatically linked, if you know what I mean. So just be sure that's all nice and tight. Our lid back down, and now we're ready to drop that in and run our wire. Okay, she's in, wire is threaded. All I've got to do is cut it to the length I need, connect it up inside there. We've already double checked that it's dead. So that's our next job. Just going to trim the cable, get it wired. Okay, all connected, she's in. My plumber's here, he's going to do his bit, but I'm not going to put him on film because he's shy. There you go, all done. All back in, sorted. On to the next one. Okay, second job of the day is put some slatted shelves in. The customer is in a flat and he's on the company call, so I can't do any tutorial videos, but I will show you what we've done when we've done it, and then we get on to the next job. So this is it. Just put these shelves in down the side of the water tank for the customer. You set them ones back a little bit to give them plenty of space to get in there. Okay, finished, done. Back over to Liverstock Green now to get the cistern fitted while the plasterer's doing his bit, and then that'll be us done for today then. then tomorrow we'll be back on the bathroom. So we'll see you back at Leverstock Green shortly. Bye bye. Okay, so we're back at our bathroom job, and we're now going to change this cistern. First job is empty the water out, unscrew it, cut the silicone away, pull the toilet out, and then we can get full access. And then I'm going to get the grinder and grind them bloody screws off. I'm going to put a new pan connector in there as well to make sure we get a nice good seal, and then we can start fitting the new cistern, which is over there. Wet vac out the toilet, pulled it out. The waste is bad. We're going to have to clean out all the crap that's in there, get the hoover down there, get all this debris picked up, and then put the flexi pan connector into there, straight into back into the toilet. But for the moment, we've got to try and get this cistern on the wall. So that's the first job. Okay, because of the state of the wall, I've screwed a bit of the flooring on. I put a little bit of a support, so when the water's in it won't push on. We screwed that to that batten, and now I've got a nice solid fixing for my cistern. So we've just got to work out the centre of that point, which is this line, and then that's our centre line there for our cistern. Okay, so we've had a clean out. It's completely rotten in here. We've got a new pan connector in there. We've got a flexi going on to the bottom of our cistern. The cistern is in. We've just done a link there because trying to minimise time and effort. We've managed to put the push button in the front there with some tile cutters. That's solid enough, so that's going to work beautifully. So now we're just working out our height. So we've got 370 on the toilet from floor to centre of our water feed, and then this was pushed in, and it was 200 mil to that point. So we cut off this bit, which is 170. So we cut 170 off. That will then take it up and put that in the right place. So let's whip that off. Okay, so that's that now fitted. What we've got to do now, bring the toilet in, put our connector on it, and then you measure from this point to the back of the toilet, and that'll tell you how much to cut off. Okay, so we fitted this toilet, didn't want it coming out. It's this piece, the old one was just siliconed in, so I managed to get it out and give it a good clean, get all the old silicone out. So what we're going to do now, we've put our bung on there. We're just going to push it so it sits in there. Okay, so that's pushed in. So now we measure from the wall to the toilet, and that's how much we need to cut off. Okay, so I've got 190 from the wall out. So now I need to measure back from the end, not from that end. From this end, I've got to measure off from this end that way, 190, and that will give me my cut. Okay, so measure back from this end to that end, 190 mil or 19 centimetres. We're going to cut that off and put our bung on, and then we can reconnect our toilet. We can test it, make sure nothing's leaking, and then we can fix it all back in and re-silicone it. Okay, so pan connector is on, toilet is pushed back, feed pipe is in. So it's just a matter now of filling the system up and seeing if she leaks. Hopefully not. Okay, water is on, we're filled up. She's shutting herself off, which is good. We're just going to leave that filled for a little while, check for leaks around our filler and everywhere else, make sure nothing is leaking. I've checked the hot compression that's there, that's golden. So now it's just a matter of checking this, let this fill up. It's a bit low, I can adjust that easily enough. And just slip more in by winding this up. It's an easy adjustment. And that's it, no more than that. So that's no more than that. So we're just going to leave that now and then give it a flush and see what it's saying. So far so good. We've given it a flush, which is just a partial because it would have half would have filled the pan up. So give it another refill and we just keep monitoring it, and then once I'm happy I'll screw it back down, throw some silicone around it. Happy days, crack on to the next job. Happy days, no leaks detected, everything's looking good, so we're just going to throw some silicone around and secure it back to the floor. Job done. Okay, just throwing a load of silicone around it, screwed it back down. Now for some soap and water all the way around. And then I'm going to use my big splodgy, which is that one, and try and get a clean bead. Now, yeah, give it as much as a go as I can. And down that side. Scraping off my excess. It doesn't going to look too pretty, but it's going to look better than it did when we started. Okay, there we go. Silicone bead. It's not the prettiest, but when considering what we're working with, happy days. So that's that toilet all back together now. So that's basically us done for today. Plaster is just cleaning up and scraping off upstairs. It's about 1:30, I think. Yeah, bang on, that's a good guess. Nearly 20 to 2. So we're going to get something to eat and then probably be done for the day then. And then back tomorrow, start laying out the tiles, get the heating pipes under the floor. Yeah, so we've managed to do a few bits today. So don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to that YouTube channel, hit that notification icon, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.